This week, me and her are headed up to a little campground called Cow Creek. Our campsite's right along the lake right there. It's gonna be beautiful. Hop in, come go with us. Believe it or not, it's been a couple of months since we had the camper out. I think it was Black Mesa State Park was the last time we camped in it this season. It just seemed like every weekend we had plans doing something else besides camping. Well, hopefully all that changes. We're going to be doing 9 weeks for the rest of the season and into the winter. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. We're going to be in site number 22 for the weekend. Been looking forward to this all week, I can tell you that. Hopefully it's going to be a nice campsite. We'll see. We're almost there. All right, we made it. Let's see what we have to work with. Well, so that's the lake over there on the other side of the trees. We won't be able to have lake view. It should be quiet. I don't know. All right, well, this is where we're at, so we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna get set up and try to get this thing leveled up somehow. We're sitting at a bad angle right now.
I don't know if the water's up or what, but
That's not what it looked like on Google, I can tell you that. Doesn't matter, we're here.
you need to come more this way because of the tree right here.
All right, so 45 minutes later, we are set up. I'll show you around camp. You know, being that we haven't used the camper in a couple of months, and we took a lot of stuff out of it for the chili cooking. It's almost like starting the season all over again. So there's a lot of setup to it. And I'll tell you one thing that I should have done that I didn't realize in the beginning, but this right here, that's my bike rack that goes on the extended hitch back here. Hold on. And even though I measured the extended hitch, I didn't measure if the steps could come down with the bike rack on it. And so what that did is it made it where I have to take it off and on every single time. Now, it's not just a pin and remove. It's got a bolt that tightens up. It's a real pain in the butt. But I priced out one of the swing bike racks, and they're $750. So I think for that price, I can take that on and off a few more times. So here's a funny story right here. This little awning, it's only the second time we've ever used it. They asked me if I wanted to put an awning on here, and I said, why, sure. And of course I'm thinking, well, how much could a small awning be for something like this? And when we went to go pick it up down in Austin, Texas, down at Princess Crafts, it had a $900 price tag on it. So I'm like, well, it's already on it. It's already part of the price, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. And then we put it out for the very first time, and it only went out about 6 foot. It doesn't shade much.
I don't even think that's 6 foot, baby.
Yeah, maybe more like 4 foot. No, it's got to be 5 foot at least. But in the end, it's on here, and we're using it today because there are no trees anywhere around at this campground, and that's okay. I mean, we got a beautiful view. I mean, check this out. The moral of the story is sometimes they're a 10 and sometimes they're a 1. And no matter what we're doing, it's better than sitting in the apartment. We're right next to the lake here. We don't really have good access to it. You saw that earlier. So we're gonna probably spend the evening just relaxing. Tomorrow we're gonna go out and do some exploring on our bikes. Look for a nice little beach to go swimming in. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I mean, this is a really pretty spot. So it's not like we're just sitting on the side of a lake somewhere without any kind of view. We'll make this work. There's a deal on Instagram that says real men don't check the weather. I guess I'm not a real man. The chances wouldn't, but about 5 to 10% for the weekend. And that's okay, we planned to come anyway, even if it was gonna be raining, because I got tired of the apartment. But what sucks the most is you get all this stuff set up, and then you gotta tear it all right back down because you don't want to get wet or blown away. So no, I'm not gonna be caught out here. Or I've got to replace a bunch of stuff. So if that don't make me a real man, then that's fine. I don't have to be a real man. The last time I did this, it was a real pain in the butt to get back in. Well, that was pretty easy. I don't know what happened last time. All right, well, here's the storm. It's coming in. If it misses us, that's great, but I'm not gonna be caught if it don't. Now we gotta go back in. We have everything unzipped and opened up because it was 81 degrees. It was beautiful here as far as the heat. Me and her were sitting out there talking about it sure beats Texas heat. That's for damn sure. We would be sitting in the camper with the AC running full blast if it was Texas heat. But that little bit of cloud cover right there, it sure cooled it off. It's down in the 70s now. So yeah, once this blows through, it's gonna be a good night to sleep. Yeah, this rain doesn't look like it's going to last very long. Just enough to get it damp. I just hope them other campers over there, their tent don't get blown away. We didn't put our back stabilizers down this time, and you can sure feel it whenever the wind blows. It's really rocking this thing. Well, we had to chalk up the back tires probably about 4 inches to get level, and I don't really want to extend those stabilizers down that far, so I don't think it'll give us much support when they're that far down anyway. We'll be okay. You know, Friday nights are pretty much just this, a quick dinner. We usually don't cook on Friday nights. It's either sandwiches or salads or something like that. Because we spend Friday getting here and getting set up. We just really don't want to have a fire Friday night. Now Saturday night is when we'll cook the steaks and all that good stuff out on the BioLite. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it's going to be a good, nice, sunny, hot day tomorrow. I say hot, but I'm saying 80 degrees. But being up here for over a year and a half now, I'm kind of getting used to that as being hot. But I can tell you there's something real comforting. Listen to the rain on this Palomino pop-up camper. It's kind of like an old tin roof, which just kind of puts you to sleep. So I don't care if it rains all night. I guarantee you I'll sleep good. Well, I think her has almost got dinner ready. I'll show you what we're gonna eat, but like I said, it's just a quick Friday night meal since we traveled all day. And we left early today too, because I was looking on the Google and it said that there was already a lot of slowdowns on 70 West, and if you had never driven 70 West, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is a nightmare. It's worse than Dallas traffic, I'm telling you that right now. I think it postponed us about 45 minutes to an hour, but we still got here a respectable amount of time to be able to sit back and relax, enjoy the sun for a little bit. All right, we'll see what happens, see how long this rain lasts. But I'm gonna eat this beautiful looking salad. So we just looked at the radar and looks like it's going to rain for another couple more hours, and that's going to put it past bedtime. So I think we're going to call it a night. No reason to sit here and wait for it to quit raining just to go outside and get eat up by mosquitoes. I don't care. Like I said, let it rain all night. But other than that, I guess I'll see you in the morning, and we'll have coffee together if it's not raining. You know, it would have been a lot easier to just start the generator and use the Keurig. I mean, I'm not against that. I just think it takes a little bit away from the camping experience. So, plus it's 45 degrees out this morning, and of course I didn't bring a coat because it's July. Who brings a coat in July, right? Well, I guess real Colorado people do, because they know this will be my second summer up here. You think I'd have learned by now. Oh well, so we're going to heat the camper by making coffee in here. Now we wait. Saturday morning, we have a few things planned today. I think we're going to do some bike riding and check this place out. There's a lot of bike trails. Takes you way back up and around the lake here. 2 or 3 more campgrounds. I think they all interconnect up here. Cow Creek North and all that. In fact, there's a lot of people that came in after the storm and after we went to bed last night. This campground's pretty full, but the swimming area is going to be packed. So that may be out of the question for today. I did bring my swim trunks just in case. I brought a fishing pole and fishing tackle as well, but with all these willows right here at the shore, I don't see much fishing there. You know, normally I like to try to scout out the places that we go first before we actually pull the camper in here and get all set up. I like to drive the campground and pick which campsites I like the most and then wait for them to come open before I can reserve them. This time I didn't do it. Even though this campground, they've got huge campsites and they're spaced out, I guess, accordingly. You can bring a lot of people into these campsites. We have a couple of instances of that around here now. But they quieted it down, I guess, a little after 10 or 11 last night. So that's why I like bringing my generator. Because if it just gets too loud and too crazy, I can always turn that generator on and turn this fan on in here, and this camper's so small it'll drown out all outside noise. So one thing we kind of keep in mind is that school is still out for another week or so, maybe even 2 up here, and it is summer. There's going to be a lot of people everywhere we go. Just the way it is. I think it's still better than sitting in the apartment. Other than that, hope you have a happy Saturday. Stay with us. We're going to go out and have a good time. You know, the one thing I don't show a lot of is this jackery. It's one of the many items that we have that we use for alternative power source. And this big solar panel right here. Big 100-watt solar panel. It's really nice. That way we don't have to run the generator 100% of the time. And it gives us the power we need for the medical device that she has to use all night. And so far so good with this. It's nice. It's compact. It's lightweight. This is not an infomercial. By no means. Jackery did not sponsor this or give it to me. I bought it myself. Hence why it's so small. This is a Explorer 300. I wish that I bought the 500. Gives a little bit more power, a little bit longer. You simply just put this solar panel right here on the windshield. The sun's going to come up and kind of charge that all day. Right now we're charging at 21 watts, which is not all that great. But as the sun comes up, it'll charge. I won't need this power till tonight, so I got all day for that to charge. This is really the first time it's ever gone all the way to 0. So I'm getting worried that it's getting old, even though it's only about, what, about 2 years old. You know, I'm really thinking I might go ahead and get that 500 next time they go on sale at Harbor Freight and just use this one to charge up my camera and my batteries for my camera and things like that. I also made a little pigtail that hooks into the camper so I can actually just run it around, and 2 alligator clips that hooked into the battery of the camper so I can charge the camper battery all day as well, if needed be. Anyway, I've had real good luck with this Jackery, and so I think I'm going to stay with that brand name and probably upgrade. We'll let that charge all day and get after it. I'm going to get these bikes out, get the batteries on them, and get ready for a bike ride. Last night I didn't cover these bikes, and it's the first time they've ever even seen what rain looks like. They needed a bath anyway. So I'm assuming that they're waterproof, hopefully. It claims to be, but you never know until it's done. We upgraded from the 500 to the 750s. It really made a big difference, especially pulling my big butt up and down these mountains. See if they turn on. Perfect. I know this goes against all dietary restrictions or whatever, but out here camping, it seems like I indulge more than I should. Breakfast of Champions. When the kids were younger and we would take them camping, we had a bumper pull pop up, and just loved that thing, and had a queen size on one side, a king on the other, and 2 beds in the center. I think one was a full size, the other was, just the little bench that the table goes down to. And I think popped out all together, it was like 25 foot long. I mean, it was a huge pop up. We used that all the way through their childhood, I guess. It was really nice. We chose the extra bed instead of the toilet in there, so we always had to park close to the bathrooms. Pain in the butt, especially with 3 girls. Well, 4 if you count her. And then when we upgraded to the hard-sided bumper pull, and then the 5th wheel, and then back downgraded to this, we told ourselves that we're not going to go without a bathroom, so that's why we opt for the bathroom in here. It took out a lot of space in there, but sure well worth it. Now we don't have to park close to the bathrooms, and we can go anywhere we want. We also have one of them pop-up toilet things, that you can. We have a composting toilet that goes in a little pop-up deal, but man, it's just more stuff to bring, more stuff to set up. It's just easier to have a bathroom in here. And now the black water tank on this camper is only, like 8 gallons or something like that. So you got to be really careful and not use a butt ton of water every time you flush. So it's mainly for her. I mean, I can go right over here in the woods and I'll be okay. When you get over 50 years old, you want a little bit of comfort, even though it's called camping. Nice sweater. Wish I'd have thought to bring one.
I have another, it's got Pooh Bear on it.
I apologize, I got sidetracked there. Back to the story. So anyway, we were in this pop-up with the kids and all that. I used to cook breakfast every morning, I guess, for the whole experience. That way the kids got to see it, and they got to eat, bacon and eggs and sausage and gravy and all that kind of good stuff, and on biscuits. I guess some people call that SOS, but we did the whole 9 yards. And now this is just me and her, and Even though breakfast is really important, I've chosen to.
Those are his, like his little, and then peaches, apples. I thought we'd share.
Sancho gets some apple. Isn't that the cutest thing? But I'm gonna offset some of those chocolate M&Ms with some apple here, so don't chastise me too bad. Anyway, to finish my story, so now it's just me and her, and there's just no reason to dirty up all them dishes and bring all that food with us whenever we can just snack around for breakfast and have a nice little lunch and then a great dinner. So all we need is just enough energy to get us through the day. That big campfire breakfast is non-existent anymore. And I miss it, but I really don't. And the cleanup on that, and man, you don't eat till like 10 o'clock because golly, it's just a lot of work. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Just a ton of work to do that kind of a breakfast every morning. And expensive, golly. We're gonna snack on this and continue on our day. Before we get started today, I wanted to kind of get your opinion on something real quick. I added a new camera to the arsenal, something that started out as a hobby for the grandbabies to watch. It's turned into an investment now for sure. So this is the new camera. It's the latest and greatest Insta360 x4. I've been doing a lot of reading on it and watching all kinds of YouTube videos on it, and I still ain't figured it out. It's got more power than the space shuttle, I promise you. Also got a 9-foot selfie stick and a 5-foot selfie stick. Again, this is not some type of infomercial. I'm not telling you to go buy this product or anything like that. This product was not given to me. I had to go purchase it and all the accessories on my own. I just thought it would add another element to these videos. Since I don't have a drone, and here in Colorado it's kind of tough to fly drones on the areas that we go to, I thought this would give it more of a drone look and kind of give it more of a, I don't know, just a different look, you might say. I experimented with it on the last video when we were up in Laramie, Wyoming. I mean, it's a whole nother editing process in itself, so it's going to take a little bit for me to get used to and try to keep that warpedness look that I really don't like away from it. I know there's a way you can unwarp it, but it has so much potential, and y'all just gonna have to kind of bear with me until my old brain gets it wrapped around and learn how to do it. So I'm gonna put it on this 9-foot selfie stick and shove it up in the air and see what it looks like. Here we go. This sucker right here is usually about $100, but we got it on Prime days. It was $40 off. Still too high for just a plastic hollow tube. I probably could have put it on a fishing pole, but I think it would have been a little bit too wobbly at the top. All right, I'm recording. All right, let's see what this looks like. Hope you're getting some shot of the water, because we can't see any water from where we're at, sitting here behind the camper. And it's supposed to be where it makes the stick invisible also. All I can say is we'll see how it works. It's too big of an investment not to use it for sure. But that big long stick right there is going to be really hard to maneuver when we're riding the bike. So that's why I got this other little 5-foot one. I hope those turn out good for you. I know I'm going to take this one with me when I go for a bike ride. I just got to figure out a way. I'd love to be able to just mount it right on the bike somehow. That way it really looks like the drone's following. I don't know, give me something to think about. We're still waiting for it to warm up a little bit. It's still really chilly. It's probably low 50s right now. I mean, God forbid if I brought a coat and gloves, right? While we're over here, I'm gonna check on the jackery, see how we're doing. I don't know if you can see that or not. We're at 11% with the 32 watts. So as the sun's coming up, it's hitting these at a better angle. I have no doubt, especially with the no clouds in the sky, that'll be charged in the next couple hours. So not to be the old man to complain about people in your yard, you know, like, get off my yard. Here's a pet peeve of mine. So you bring your dog camping and then you leave your dog in the camper to let it sit and bark the whole time. That should be your pet peeve too. That should be everybody's pet peeve. Well, I guess that's just part of it. So we're getting ready to go on our bike ride. I wanted to show you this real quick, this jury rigged up thing. Well, until I can buy the right clamp bracket for that, it's gonna have to do. We'll see what it looks like on that 360 camera. Hopefully it'll work.
I got my bags packed, timeline on track. My winter coat stuck in the closet way back. I won't be needing that. I won't be needing that. Ah. I'm ready to fly down 65, hit the coastline in the sunshine. I'm going to find my new high, hit the coastline in the sunshine.
Even though Google lied to us and told us this was beachfront, at least that's what the picture showed, this place is actually awesome. This campsite might not be ideal, but there's a whole bunch of them that overlooks this high altitude lake and this snow that's all the way at the top of the mountains here. But I think we're gonna chill for a little bit and probably have some lunch and try to get some sun on these pearly white legs of mine, and because we go to Belize in about 3 weeks. So I want to have a little bit of color to me instead of just translucent. That's even a color. Nevertheless, I think we got salad for lunch or something like that. But guys, stay clear and the weather holds up, man. We're gonna have some steaks tonight. Just can't wait. I've been waiting all week for them.
I'm gonna do salads here in a little bit.
Okay, salads in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that Jackery real quick. All right, so we're at 42%, charging at 37 watts. It still could be better, but I'm not gonna complain. It's working good. We're gonna run down here and see how cold this water is. There's a lot of people in the lake. We'll see how it is. If it's too cold, I ain't gonna do it. Holy crap.
Sancho, come on. Look at all the babies there.
That is cold, cold, cold. I don't understand how people are swimming in this. Man, my lips be turning blue here in about 5 minutes if I was to sink myself in this.
Come here.
Sancho, you wanna go swimming?
You gonna wait on us?
Cold.
Come here, buddy.
All right, that was a huge no. Even if you stand out there for 3 or 4 minutes trying to get used to it, it was every time you moved. Man, that was cold. I don't know how people swim in that, to be honest. Oh well, there goes that. Man, I can tell you there's nothing better than fresh cold watermelon on a hot day like this. I say hot, it's 78, but it's still pretty warm. When you get in the breeze and the shade, it's almost chilly, but we got tired of chasing that little shade thing that I've got. I think it only gave us about a foot of shade that we were right up against the truck with, so we put this up real quick. I've had this tarp and these poles for a while, and I've been wanting to put them up. I just didn't know where to actually tie it to on this camper, so well, we got it done, and it really made a big difference over here. I mean, I suppose I could have probably turned my truck a little bit and got a little bit more shade, but didn't want to, so here we are. Anyway, we're just gonna sit here and just relax and enjoy the rest of the day and get ready for dinner. I just hope the rain holds off. We'll see. I've been chasing the sun with those solar panels right there all day. Hopefully the Jackery's 100%. Let's go take a look. Perfect. We won't have to run the generator tonight now since we have alternative power. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff put away. I know that's cheating, right? Man, I'll tell you what, we have done nothing all day long. Absolutely nothing. The bike trails didn't pan out like we wanted them to. The lake was too cold to go swimming in. So that pretty much just left us just sitting here. So we just sat around and did nothing. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain tonight, so we went ahead and started the fire. Get some coals going. I gotta get these potatoes on because they take the longest to cook. It's rocking on about 6 o'clock, 6:15 right now, so it's gonna take the potatoes a good 45 minutes on there to get where we can even get ready to put the steaks on. So anyway, dinner started. If you haven't been watching any of my videos, then you've never seen this before. This is a BioLite. It's a portable fire pit. They claim it to be smokeless, and been several times where I've had it smokeless. You just gotta know how to work it. This is the little fan. I've had it for 2 years and I've charged it one time. Here's the on and off button. Charge, just Bluetoothed to my phone. I can turn the fan up and down, on and off through my phone. Has this cute little carrying case right here. It also doubles as a wood carrying case. And how it works is being smokeless. It's got this air tube right through here. These air tubes right through there. It circulates the smoke inside of that, and the smoke gets ate up by the fire. And again, for the third time in this video, I'm not trying to sell you the product, I'm just telling you what I'm using. BioLite does not sponsor me, nor did they give me anything. I bought everything with my own money. But I like this. It's very portable, cooks very evenly. Now I had to buy some accessories to it, of course. You know, you have to on everything, and one of them is this top right here. I really like that top because it turns it into an oven instead of just a grill. And we've cooked a lot of stuff on this thing. All right, we're gonna get this charcoal ready, and I'm gonna put these potatoes on. Oh yeah, it looks good. Years ago, we used to cook over an open fire. All we had was a grate, you might say, and we'd find rocks or something and prop that grate up and get a good bed of coals and put them underneath that grate and cook our food on it like that. I think we carried around an old skillet or something to cook bacon in. You know, when you get older, you try to look for easier, kinder, softer ways, and this little portable fire pit right here is it for us. When we finally do burn it out, I guarantee you we'll get another one. Well, them potatoes been on for a while now. Let's go check them out. We really didn't do anything special with these. They're coming along nicely. Still gonna have about 15 more minutes, I think. You know, a lot of the times we'll take these steaks and we'll put them in Ziploc bags and marinate them before we ever even come out here. But this time we didn't. This time we're just gonna put some Montreal steak seasoning on them, and she likes hers completely covered in it, and I like just a little bit, so you can tell which one's mine and which one's hers. I'm gonna try not to overdo them. Got to make sure those grill marks are just right. Have you ever had that? When you go to somebody's, they're cooking out hamburgers and they come out and they serve these little hockey puck burn up looking things like that and put them on a huge sesame bun, and you're just like, come on, man, you can do better than that. Yeah, it happens all the time. Oh yeah, that's done perfectly. Some ranch.
Are you gonna take all the sour cream?
Nope, just half. I make my baked potatoes kind of like more like a smashed potato
You made it very aggressively.
because I'm a very aggressive person. I've been waiting for this all week. You know, a lot of people put a lot of stuff on their meat and just don't need it a lot of the times. We got ketchup and A1 here just in case, and I don't think I need it. It is really juicy. Well, good early Sunday morning. It's a little after 5 o'clock a.m. and we've been up since right at about a little before 4. Someone decided to shoot off fireworks out here, and I'm not talking about the little black cats. I'm talking about the big mortars that go up in the air with the big booms, and they did that for about 10 or 15 minutes this morning, early. And so there's no way we can go back to sleep. So now we're just having coffee. But what would you do in a situation like that? Would you confront them, or would you just be passive and go, oh well, just a bunch of drunken high people? Well, this didn't happen right next to us, or I would have probably confronted them, but it happened across the lake at another campground. But it was loud enough to wake everybody up within 3 different campgrounds here. Now the camp host did jump on it pretty quick and started going out looking for them. But I guess the next question is, what has gone wrong in those people's lives where they think that's okay? Their raising, their childhood, was it something has happened mentally to those kind of people that to make them think that the world revolves around them? I don't know, something has gone wrong in their lives or society that makes them think that that's okay. Something in their head says, this is going to be fun. And I'm not sure where that comes from. But you know, it's not the campground's fault, and it's not the camp host's fault or nothing like that. So this has been a really nice campground. And I know I've said it before in this video, but all because we didn't pick the right campsite. There was plenty of them here that was beautiful right on the water that didn't have these willows blocking the view or anything. That's my fault for not scouting it out and believing Google that this was a beach. And I don't even know how high we are. I think we're looking at the mountains over there with the snow on them. It looks like we're about 8,500 to 9,000 feet, but I'll look it up and I'll put it down here below to see exactly how high we are. That's really more jabbering than I wanted to do this morning. We're going to wait for quiet time to get over with, and we're going to start packing up, and we're going to get out of here. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Well, that's about it for us here at Cow Creek South Campground. We really enjoyed it. It really kind of forced us to do nothing and hang out and have a good day yesterday. The bottom line is you're going to have people anywhere you go. It's all in how you deal with it. And I think we dealt with it pretty good. Now these other people here, they're all still in bed, and it's after 7 o'clock and we're fixing to hit the road. It's a 2-hour drive for us. Appreciate you hanging around and spending the weekend with us. We got a lot more coming up. We've got like 8 more campgrounds we're going to head to, and can't wait to really use the Palomino this year. And thanks again, and always remember, leave it better than you found it. So if I don't see you on the trail, I'll see you down the road.